हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। सो आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आर डूइंग वेल। सो आई एम आदित्य। तो आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं मेंटल एबिलिटी और आईक्यू के बारे में। ओके, सो आपकी नेक्स्ट क्लास आईक्यू की है, लेकिन सबसे पहले हमारा साइन क्लास ऑन और माइंड ऑन। ओके, सो माइंड को हमने कर दिया है ऑन। अब हम क्लास स्टार्ट करते हैं। आज का आपका सेशन होने वाला है दोस्तों परसेंटेज का। ओके, सो टुडे सेशन इज ऑल अबाउट परसेंटेज. Today we will study about percentage from start to end, okay, and we will try to cover every single topic that is needed in any competitive exam. Okay, so let us move on to our next slide, friends. Okay, so agenda of our today's session, our session will be all about these 6 things. Percentage basics. First of all, we will cover all the percentage basics in today's class. Second, we will cover percentage increase and decrease. And third, we will cover successive percentage changes, then finding the original value, percentage applications, and advanced problem solving. So these will be our topics in today's class. I hope at the end of class, not only you will just understand all of these things, you will also enjoy, you will also feel like you are being connected to me. Okay, so let us now move on to our next slide. Next slide will be is all about that what will be discussed in all about today's class. So today's class will be all about understanding percentages, percentage change, real life applications, and exam level problems. Okay, so this will be all the topics that we will cover in today's class. So before starting the session, I'm just want to ask you that if I ask about percent word, if I ask about a percent word, what do you think? What do you think percent word made up of? Percent word is made up of two words, per plus cent, isn't it? Okay, so percent word is made up of already two words, that is per plus cent. Per means dividing from one, per means dividing from one, and cent means 100. So percent all means 1 divided by 100. So percent means 1 divided by 100. Okay, so it means that a sign of this is a sign of percent. Okay, so this is the sign that we mostly use for representing percentages. Now the second thing is I will just give you some percentages values, and I will tell you the fractional value of those percentages. Okay, the thing is you need to write it down in your notebook, because this will be helpful for you in the coming problems. Okay, like if I ask you what is 12.5%, if I ask you what is 12.5%, what is 12.5% equals to? Yes, any one of you, if you know the answer, you can just tell me in the comment box. Okay, I will see it and I will see that whether you're getting the correct answer or not. So 12.5% is equals to how much? It is equals to 1 by 8. That's good. Now if I ask you what is 25%, friends, what is 25%? Yes. So now you can see if you multiply 2 on both of these sides, you will get 12, okay, 25 here. And if you multiply 2 on this side, you will get 2 by 8. Okay, so 2 by 8 can also be written as 1 by 4. So it means 25% can be written as 1 by 4. Okay, now the second thing, what is the next percentage? Next percentage is 37.5. So what is the fractional value of 37.5%, friends? So it is 3 by 8. My loving friends, the value of 37.5% in the form of fraction is 3 by 8. Okay, so now can you tell me what is the value of 50%? What is the value of 50%, my loving friends? The value of 50% is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Okay, so from now on you will not be my friends, you will be agents. Okay, like raw agents type. Okay, so we will do missions now. We will do missions. If you cross one mission, you will become an agent. You will do second mission, you will become an agent. So after all, after completing all of those missions, you will become a raw agent. Okay, so in today's class also, I will not represent you as my friends, you will be agents to me. Okay, so you are agents. So agents, we are looking to these percentages values in the form of fraction. So now if I ask you agents, what is the value of 62.5%? What will be your answer? Yes, what is 62.5%? Yes, tell me. It is 5 by 8. Yes, that's good. That's good. So you know it. So what is 75% equals to? My dear agents, 75%, the value of 75% is equals to 3 by 4. Yes, great, great. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, that's good. So what is 87.5%, my dear agents? The value of 87.5% is 7 by 8. You can write it down. And you can tell me the value of 100%. What is the value of 100%? The value of 100% is equals to 1. Okay. So why I am writing down all of these values? Because these will be helpful. If you remember all of these values now, it will be helpful for you in solving a lot of problems. Okay. So it's not difficult to learn also. You can see 12.5% is 1 by 8, 25% you already know it is 1 by 4. Okay. So most of these values you already know. You have to just remember some important values like 12.5, 37.5. Okay. There is not okay, there is not a rocket science of remembering these things. Like you can see that if you want to remember 37.5%, you can just multiply 3 on both of these sides. You will just multiply this with 3 and you will multiply this with 3. Okay, you will get the same answer. And similarly, if you want to remember 62.5%, you have to just multiply 5 on both of these sides. If you multiply 12.5 with 5, you will get 62.5. And if you multiply 1 by 8 with 5, you will get 5 by 8. Okay, and similarly for 87.5% also, if you multiply 7 on both of these sides on 12.5%, you will get 87.5 on this side and 7 by 8 on this side. So it was about 100%. Now let us now move on to some more values. Like, can you tell me what is the value of 20% equals to? 20% is equals to how much? Yes, my dear agents, tell me. 20% is equals to 1 by 5. Yes, very good. What is 40%? 40% is equals to 2 by 5. Yes, great. Yeah, great. You're already awesome. Yeah. Okay, so what is 60% equals to? 60% is 3 by 5. And what is 80% equals to? 80%, my dear agents, is 4 by 5. Yes, yes. Okay. So I think you have written all of these values. Now we can move on to our next slide. If you have not written it, you can just pause the video and just write it down. Okay. So now let me write just more values like 33.33%. What is 33.33%? Yes, you already know. 33.33% is 1 by 3. Okay. And similar to this, there is one more value, that is 66.66%. Yes, my dear agents, what is the value of 66.66%? It is 2 by 3. If 33.33% is 1 by 3, you will just multiply 2 on both of these sides. You will get 66.66 on this side and 2 by 3 on this side. So that's why you have got 2 by 3 is equals to 66.66%. Okay, now can you tell me what is 16.66%? Yes, anyone of you? Can you tell me what is the fractional value of 16.66%? Yes, if you know, you can just tell me in the chat box, my dear friends. It is 1 by 6. Yes, 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 you're correct. You're correct. Okay, now can you tell me what is okay, there was one more value. If I'm not wrong, it's 83.33%. If I'm not wrong, I have to just confirm it out. Like if you do 100 minus 16, what will you get? You will get 84. 84 minus 84 minus 0.66. 84 minus 0.66, you will get 83.44 na. Okay, you can write 83.33 also. I think this is similar to this. Okay, so it is 83.33% is equals to 5 by 6. Okay, you can check it out. You can check it out yourself. Maybe I am wrong here, but you can check it out. You can just multiply 16.66 with 5 and you will just multiply with 5. You will get 5 by 6 here. If you multiply 16.66, you can just check whether you are getting 83.33% or not. Okay, means approximately like this. So, okay, so now if these values are clear, there are some more values. Like, can you tell me what is the percentage value of 1 by 7? See, these things now I don't know. Okay, I will just calculate because I have just forgot all of these values. I will just do it by with you. So, what is 1 by 7? 1 by 7 from my point of view, I think it is 14.28%, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, it is 14.28% now, if I'm not wrong. Okay, now similarly, can you tell me what is 1 by 9? What is the percentage value of 1 by 9 fraction? So I think it is equals to 11.11%. 11.11%. Now there is a simple trick. What is the trick? If you want to know the value of 2 by 9, what will you do? You will just multiply 2 on both the sides. You will get 22.22%. Isn't it? It is 2 by 9. 3 by 9 you already know, 33.33%, 1 by 3. What is 44.44%? Yes, it is 4 by 9. Okay. And what is 55.55%? You will just multiply 5 on both the sides. You will get 5 by 9. Okay. And similarly, 66.66%, you already know it is 2 by 3. There is no need to write it down. You can get 6 by 9. It can be converted into lowest fraction, that is 2 by 3. So it is easy. What is 77.77%? Yes, my dear friends, my dear agents, it is 7 by 9. And last one, 88.88%. So the fractional value of 88.88%, my dear agents, is 8 by 9. Okay. So I hope up to here everyone is clear. Now there is one important trick that you can remember, that 11 and 9 are interconvertible. Okay, are interconvertible. Yes, these are interconvertible. Means if you want to know 11.11%, it is 1 by 9. Okay, now if you want to know 1 by 11, it is 9.09%. Okay, let me check it out for you. Let us see what I want to say here. I want to say that what is 9.09%? It is equals to, yes, it is equals to 1 by 11. Okay, you know na, 11.11% is 1 by 9 and 9.09% is 1 by 11. So it's very easy to remember. Okay, 9 and 11 are interconvertible. Now, if you want, if I ask you what is the value of 2 by 11, now you can very easily tell me, sir, it is 18.18%. Okay, and similarly, if I ask you what is 3 by 11, you can tell me it is 27.727%. Okay, and similarly 4 by 11, okay, now you can tell, yeah, now it is easy for you, it is 36.36%. Okay, now you can also tell 5 by 11. Sir, now we know, sir, now we know, now I can tell, sir, now you can tell yourself, and it becomes so easy for you. You can tell me the value of 6 by 11. Yes, it is equals to 54.54%. What is 7 by 11? 7 by 11 is how much? Yes, my dear friends. 60, sorry. Now I'm wrong. I got into emotions, so it becomes 63.63%. What is 8 by 11? Yes, 8 by 11 is 72.72%. Okay. Now, one more thing. Last two, what is 81.81%? Now, you can tell me it is 9 by 11. Okay. And last, 10 by 11. 10 by 11 is how much? Now, you can tell me it is 90.90% or 90.9%. Okay. So, it is like this. Okay, so now I think up to here I have written all the values that will be helpful for you. Okay, if you remember these values, it's okay. Now, if you can't able to remember it, then also it is fine, because you just have to remember some important values. Like if you don't want to remember all of these values, there is no need actually. You just remember this value. It is fine, because if you remember this value, other values will automatically be remembered. Okay. Also, in the previous slide, if you want to remember just one or two values, you can just remember this value, you can remember this value, and you can remember this value. Okay, so if you remember these three values from here, other values will automatically be remembered. There is no issue to, like, I have to remember all of these values. And from this slide, if you want to remember two or three values, you can just remember this value, you can just remember this value. Okay, so these are important values from all of these slides. If you remember only these values also, it will be fine, because other values can automatically be calculated by using them. Okay, so now let us move on to our next slide, my dear agents. Okay, so our next slide is all about percentage part. Okay, so percentage part we have done. We have done the basics of percentage. Now the thing is, I will give you some questions, some interesting questions. You just have to solve it and you have to tell me the values. Okay, like suppose you are given like 83.33%, 83.33% of 1200 plus 66.66% of 2727. Okay, plus you can also find the value of like 87.5% of 2400. Okay, just calculate this percentages values. Just okay, just calculate this question, the answer of this question. Okay, and tell me what is your answer. I will just write it down. I will just write 2400 here so that it is visible to you. I will write 2400 here. Okay, just calculate it and tell me what is your answer. I will give you some time. Then I will see what is the answer that most of you are getting. So just 10 seconds. Okay. Now see, let us see what is your answer. Okay, let us see what is the correct answer and whether you are getting the correct answer or not. This is very interesting. So what is 83.33% equals to? Yes, I have already told you that 83.33% is equals to 5 by 6, isn't it? So it is 5 by 6 of 1200, if I'm not wrong. Okay, what is 66.66%? Yes, I had already told you that it is equals to 2 by 3 multiplied by 27. Okay, now can you tell me what is 87.5% equals to? Yes, 87.5% is equals to 7 by 8. And if you multiply it with 2400, you will get your final answer. Let us just now calculate it. So 5 into 200. 5 into 200 is how much? It is 1000. And 3 nines are 27. 3 nines are 27. 909 multiplied by this is 1818. Isn't it? Okay. So now if you multiply this with here, like if you just multiply 7 by 8 with 24, it is 300. 300 multiplied by 7 is 2100. So now you have to just add it. So if you just add it, you will get 18 in the last two digits. And in the third last digit, you will just add 8 plus 1, 9. And at the end, you will just add 1 plus 1 plus 2. So it will be equals to 4. So your final answer will be 4918. Okay. So this is your answer. I hope it is clear to everyone. I hope it is clear. Okay, so this was easy question. I hope now if you remember these values now that I've told you, now that becomes easy for you. Now the question becomes easy for you. Let me give you one more question for practice. One more question. Okay, the thing is you can make the questions yourself also. There is no need for me to make the question. After giving this question, you can just try yourself also. Just give yourself a lot of difficult questions like in the form of percentages and try to solve them. You will see a change in yourself. Okay, so now if I give you a question like what is 63.63% of, yes, of 2200, okay, and plus 30, oh, okay, let me just write it like this, and plus 88.88% of 7200. Okay, I will write one more term. Like suppose you are given 16.66% of 1200. Okay, just solve it out and tell me what is your answer. So I will give you some time. I will give 10 seconds or 20 seconds to you. Just try it out. And let us see how many of you are getting the correct answer. Okay, so my dear agents, if you're getting the answer, you can tell me in the comment box. If you're not getting the answer, then also try to solve it. Just pause the video and solve it out and tell me your final answer in the comment box. Let us now solve it. So what is 63.63%? 63%, you already know that 9 sevens are 63. Okay, so now 9 and 11 are interconvertible. This you already know that 9 sevens are 63. So you can write 7 here. 9 sevens are, okay, it is divisible by 9 and 7. So in place, because it is divisible by 9, you will write 11 here, because I already told you, okay, the percentage value of 63.63% is 7 by 11. So multiplied by 2200, then plus this is what, 88.88%. 88.88% can also be written as, let me just, okay, so 88.88% is equals to how much? 88.88%, I have already told you, it is 8 by what? 8 by 9. 8 by 9. So now multiplied by 7200. Multiplied by 7200 plus 16.66%, this also you know, that is 1 by 6 multiplied by 1200. Now, if you just solve it, what will you get? You will just divide 22 with 11, you will get 200. 200 multiplied by 7, you will get 1400. Plus, if you just divide 7200 with 9, you will get 800. 800 multiplied by 8 is 6400. Plus, if you divide 12 with 6, you will get 200, and the answer here you will get 200. If you just add all of these values, what will you get? 64 plus 14 is 78. 78 plus 2 is 80. So your answer will be 8000. Isn't it? Okay. I hope this is the same answer that you're getting to. If you're not getting this answer, maybe I am wrong, or maybe you might be doing some mistake. Okay, just check it out. If I am doing some mistake, then also you can tell me in the comment box, sir, you have done this mistake. I will correct it out if I can. Okay, but if I am not wrong, you can just check your answer and tell me whether you're getting the correct answer, and you can tell me your mistake also in the comment box. Okay, so let's find for this now. We will now move on to our next topic in percentage. So I hope all of these questions are clear. Now you can just practice it out yourself. Just give yourself some questions by using the percentage values that I've already told you. So now, next topic in percentage is, it is successive percentage. Successive percentage. So this is very important topic, and this is very nice topic actually. Because why it is important? Because this topic is helpful in solving questions in nearly most of the chapters, like ratio, proportion, profit and loss. Okay, in many chapters this topic is helpful. Okay, if you're able to understand it, and if you're able to solve the questions in this topic now, you can able to solve a lot of questions in other chapters also. Let us now move on to this topic. So percentage successive change or percentage change, this topic is also known as percentage change. Successive percentage, successive change, or percentage change, all of these things are same. Okay, now the thing is, let me give you some example. Let us suppose you buy a scooter, or your father buys a scooter. Okay, the value of scooter, let us assume that the value of scooter is increased by X% in the first year. In reality, okay, there is a depreciation, there is a decrease in value in any item, but in this case, let us assume that the value of scooter is increased by X%. You have done some modifications in that scooter, so that's why its value is getting increased by X% in the first year. And let us assume that in the second year, its value is increased by Y%. Okay, and someone asks you that what is the total increase in the value? What is the total increase in the value of the scooter in all of these 2 years? Okay, then can you tell me what is the total increase? What is the total net increase in the value of the scooter in the form of percent in these 2 years? So what will be your answer? Let me tell you. Okay, so your answer will be, you have to just use net change. The formula for net change you will use. So in the first year it is increased by X%, you will write X. In the second year it is increased by Y%, you will write Y. Okay, then afterwards you will also add some important thing. Okay, and that important thing is XY by 100. XY by 100. Okay. So this was the example. Now let us assume that the value of the price of the scooter is decreased by X% in the first year. It is decreased by X% in the first year, and it is increased by Y% in the second year. Now let us assume this is the case. Now if you want to find the value of net change, what will be the value? It will be minus X plus Y minus XY by 100. Isn't it? Okay. Now this was the second case. Now let us see what is the third case. Now let us assume that the value of scooter is increased by X% in the first year, and it is decreased by Y% in the second year. Okay. Now in this case, what is the net change? Net change is equals to net change. Let me write net change. Net change is equals to X minus Y minus XY by 100. Okay. Now, if the value of scooter is decreased by X% in the first year, and it is decreased by y% in the second year, then what will be the net change? Then the net change will be how much? It will be minus x minus y plus xy by 100. Okay, so these are the four formulas. Okay, the first formula is x plus y plus xy by 100. Second formula is if in the first year it is decreased by x% and the second year it is increased by y%, then the formula will be minus x plus y minus xy by 100. And if it is increased by x% in the first year, decreased by y% in the second year, then the formula will be x minus y minus xy by 100. And if in the first year it is decreased by x% and then second year it is also decreased by y%, then the net change will be minus x minus y plus xy by 100. Okay, I hope all of these things are clear to everyone. Okay, now based on it, I am going to give you some questions. Just write it down in your notebook, yeah, because these will be helpful for you in the coming questions. Okay, so let us now move on to our first question based on it. So our first question is, if a number okay, so question number one, if a number is increased by x%, then decreased by, okay, let me write 10% here because we are just solving now question, so I will write value here. In the first year, if a number is first increased by 10%, then decreased by 10%, then what will be the net change in the value of the number, okay, so this is your question, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is your question. Just try to solve it out and tell me what is your answer. Then afterwards we will see that who is getting the correct answer and who is getting the incorrect answer. Okay, friends, let us now see what is the answer of this question. Okay, so in this question it is written that in first the number is increased by x% or 10% of the, okay, so the number is first increased by 10%, then it is decreased by 10%. Okay, for this kind of questions we already know the formula. What was the formula? Formula was x minus y minus xy by 100. This we already know. Now in place of x I will write 10, in place of y I will write 10, in place of both of these values I will write 10 into 10 by 100. Okay, so now if I solve it, 10 will be cancelled with 10 and 100 divided by 100 you will get 1. So it means answer that you will get from here is minus 1. So it means answer is, what is the net change in the value of the number? The net change will be, it will be decreased by 1%. Okay, so it will be decreased by 1%. So this will be the answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so net change in the value of the number is it will be decreased by 1%. So let us now move on to our next question. So next question is, if the price of car is decreased by 10% and 20% in two successive years, what will be the net change in the price of the car? In price of car. Okay, so I will just give 10 seconds to everyone, just try it out and solve it, and then I will tell you the correct answer. If the price of car is decreased by 10% and 20% in two successive years, what will be the net change in the price of the car? Okay, agents, let us now see, let us now solve the this question. Let us now see what is the correct answer of this question. So if the price of car is decreased by 10%, so the price of car is first decreased by 10% in the first year, then again it is decreased by 20% in the second year. So you have to find the net change in the price of the car. Okay, so what will you get from here? Net change in the price of car, it will be minus 10 minus 20 minus 10 into 20 by 100. Okay, you will just cancel both of these zeros. Minus 10 minus 20 is minus 30, plus what will you get? Yes, minus 30 plus 2. So your final answer will be minus 28. Okay, it means that the net change in the price of the car is, what will be the answer? It will be decreased. Decreased, why decrease? Because in our answer we are getting minus sign. Okay, in our answer we are getting minus sign. That's why the net change in the price of the car is decreased by 28%. So this will be our answer. Okay, I hope this question, the answer of this question is clear to everyone, and this question is also clear. So with this, net change part is also over. So let us now move on to our next topic, my dear agents. Okay, so our next topic is not different than net change. It is similar to net change, because the type of questions that we are covering now, that type of questions require net change knowledge, the knowledge of net change. Okay, so for that, let me give you a question. Suppose you are given a question like this, that the radius of a circle, the radius of a circle is increased by 10%. The radius of a circle is increased by 10%. What will be the net change in the area of the circle? What will be the net change in the area of circle? Okay, so this is your question, ladies and gentlemen. Just try to solve this question and tell me what is your answer. Let us see how many of you are getting the correct answer of this question. Okay, so this is actually an easy question. Yeah, I think this you can do, but if you know that a net change can be helpful here, then it will become very easy for you. So shall we solve it? Shall we solve it? Okay, so let us now solve this question. So the radius of a circle is increased by 10%. So now if you know the formula for the area of circle, what is the formula? Formula is area is equals to area of circle is equals to pi r square. Pi r square, where r is multiplying 2 times, pi is constant, and r is being multiplied 2 times. Okay, now in this case you can see that the radius is increased by 10%. Radius is getting increased by how much? It is increased by 10%. So this radius is increased by 10%, and this radius is also increased by 10%. Okay, so now we can use this method. First radius is increased by 10%. Second radius is increased by 10%. You have to find the net area change. Net area change. Like similar to net change, we have already studied. We have already know the formula x plus y plus xy by 100. This we already know. We can use that formula for finding the answer of this question. Like how? We can see. We know that the formula is x plus y plus xy by 100. xy by 100. So in place of x, I will write 10. In place of y, I will write 10. In place of x and y, I will write 10 and 10. And if I just solve it, what will I get? 10 plus 10 is 20. And 100 divided by 100 is 1. So 20 plus 1 is how much? It will be equals to 21. So it means the area change, the net area change will be, the area will be increased, area will be increased by 21%. Area will be increased by 28%. So this is the meaning of our answer, okay, because it is plus sign here now. So it means answer is area will be increased by 21%. Okay, this will be the answer. Okay, so based on it, let me give you one more question. It will be helpful for you. Like suppose you are given that the length of a rectangle, length and width of a rectangle, and width of rectangle are increased by, are increased by 30% and 50%. Let me just write it down. 50, it is decreased. Okay, we are already done lot of questions on increased. Just change the length and width of rectangle are decreased by 30% and 50%. Then what is the net area change? Then what will be the net area change? Okay, so this is our answer, this is our question. So try to solve it and tell me what will be the answer. Okay, so let us see how can we solve this question. So in this question we are given that the length and width of a rectangle are decreased by 30% and 50%. What will be the net area change? So now we know the formula for the area, for finding the area of rectangle. It is equals to length into width. Okay, so length in this case is decreased by how much? It is decreased by 30% and width is decreased by 50%. So by using this thing, we can just solve it, and by using the net change, we can just solve it. So we know that the length is decreased by 30%, width is decreased by 50%. So net area change will be equals to minus x minus y plus x into y by 100. Okay, so now if I just cancel both of these things, minus 30 minus 50 is minus 80. Minus 80 plus 15 will be how much? It will be how much? It will be minus 65, I think. Minus 65, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. Okay, so because minus 30 minus 50 is minus 80, plus 15 you will get, minus 15 you will get 65. Okay, yes, it is correct. So 65%. So your answer will be how much? That the area will be how much? Area is decreased by, area is decreased. Why decreased? Because we are getting minus sign in our, in our answer. Because we are getting minus sign in our answer. That's why we can say that the area is decreased by how much? 65%. So this was our answer. Okay. See, the thing is, there is one thing in my mind that whenever I am teaching you a concept, okay, you need questions for practice. Okay, whenever I give a question, I give some time for you to solve. It is very important. That is the very important part of my lecture, because I just think that giving questions and just solving myself is not the correct way of teaching. If I just give you question and I just give you some time to solve, and you just pause the video or just solve it yourself and just take the time, then it will be a good teaching. Then you will be able to understand a lot of things, because you are now solving it yourself. Then afterwards you can check the solution to check it whether you have done correct or not, and you can understand your mistake if you have done. Okay, so it is an important part. Whenever I am giving you some time for solving the question, you just have to take a notebook and pen and try to solve that question yourself. Then only you are understanding or studying something. Otherwise you are just wasting time, because you are just seeing my answers, you are just seeing the questions. That will not be enough for you, because when the same question comes in the exam, you will not be able to attempt it, because you have not done that question yourself. That's why you have just forgot that question. Okay, so whenever I'm giving any question, it's your duty just to take a pen and paper and solve that question yourself and check it with my solution whether it is correct or not. Okay, let us now move forward. So this was the question about length and width. So now next part is next part is our next topic is percentage increase and decrease. Percentage percentage increase or decrease. Percentage increase or decrease. Okay, let us now move here, friends, my dear agents. Okay, the thing is, I feel that the student community is very loving. Okay, to me, that's why I'm loving to them, because they love me so much. That's why I feel that I have to just spread all of that love to everyone. Okay, that's why I always say that my dear, my lovely friends. Okay, so these kind of things just make me feel loved. Okay, so let us now move forward. So percentage increase or decrease. So percentage increase or decrease, let us assume that we are having a number A. Let us assume, and this number A can be any number. This can be 2, this can be 100, that can be 1 lakh, that can be 222, it can be any number. Let us assume A is any number. Okay. So now you are given that A is increased by X percent. It is increased by X percent. Okay. Then what will be the new value of A? After adding X percent in it, what will be the new value of A? Can you tell me? Yes, my dear friends, my lovely kuchu muchusi friends. Can you tell me the answer? Okay, before telling you the answer, let me give you one more question. Suppose that same number A is increased by X. Then what will be the new value of A? The new value of A will be A plus X. Isn't it? Okay, but if you are increasing A with X percent, what will be the new value of A in that case? The new value of A will be A plus X percent, isn't it? A plus X percent, isn't it? But there is one small mistake. And what is that mistake? That mistake is that X percent cannot be written simple. Okay, simply like X percent, because we are doing X percent of something. We have to do X percent of something. Okay, and that something will be A, because we are adding X percent in A. That's why we have to do X percent of A. Okay, so A plus X percent of A. So this is the new value of A. Now it can also be written as, what is the new value of A? After increase, or I can write increased value. I can write increased value. Okay, it will be much better. Increased value. Increased value will be how much? It will be A plus X percent of A. But if I have to write it down in a simple way, in a very simple way, okay, so how can I write it? It will be written very simply like 100% plus X percent of A, in a very easy manner. Okay, you can just simplify yourself. Okay, you will just take A common, you will get 1 plus X percent. Or if you want me to explain, then also I can explain, but I think this is a very easy part. This is a very childish part. You can just do it yourself also. You can see that you can take A common in, okay, then you will get 1 plus X percent in the bracket. 1 plus X percent, if you solve, you will get 100 plus X percent. This is similar to this thing, 100% plus X percent of A. And similarly, if there is a number A and that number A is decreased by X percent, okay, then in a new question, let us assume that if a number A, it is decreased by X percent, okay, A is decreased by X percent, then what will be the new value of A? It will be A minus X percent of A, the same thing. Okay, but it can, in an easy way, in an easy manner, it can also be written as decreased value. What will be the decreased value? Decreased value of A. We can write it like this: 100% minus X% of A. Okay, this is very easy. Whenever you will be given any question, let us assume you are given that the price of car is increased by 25%. You can write it like 125%. What is the new value of car? It will be 100% plus 25%. You can do it in your mind. You will get 125% of the original value of the car. Okay, whenever you are given that the value of some item or any object is decreased by 10%, is decreased by 10%, then how will you write it? It will be written as 100% minus 10%. So 100% minus 10%, you can do it in your mind, you will get 90%. So it means the new decreased value is 90% of the original value. So it will be like this. So it is very easy to remember and it is very easy to apply. It will be very easy for you to do it in your mind. That's why your subject is mental ability. You can do all the calculations in your mind. Okay, so this was the trick. I hope this is clear. So let me give you some questions now to practice these things. Okay, now let us assume that there is a population of a town. The population of a town was 12,000 in 2006 and it is increased by 10% every year. So what will be the population in 2007? Okay, so try to solve this question. This is an easy question, you can do it. The population of a town was 12,000 in 2006 and it is increased by 10% every year. So what will be the population in 2007? So I will give you some time, just try to solve it. Okay, so friends, my dear, lovely agents, friends, students. Okay, so the answer of this question, let us now solve it. So now we already know if a number is increased by X%, the new increased value will be, what will be the new increased value? It is 100% plus X% of old value or of original value. This I've already told you. So now in this case, the population is increased by 10%. So you can write it like this: 100% plus 10% of the original value. What was the original value? It was 12,000. Okay, so 100% plus 10% is 110% of 12,000. So 110% can also be written as 11 by 10 or 11 into 1200. So if you multiply both of these, you will get 13200. Okay, so this will be your final answer. It means the population of that town in 2007 will be how much? It will be 13,200. Okay. Okay. So now I will just change a small thing in this question. Everything else will remain same. I will just change the decrease part. What I will write? I will just write that the population of a town was 12,000 in the year 2006. It is decreased by, now it is not increased, it is decreased by 10% every year. it is decreased by 10% every year. So what will be the population in 2007? So now this is your new question. Just try to solve it and tell me what will be your answer. Okay, friends. So let us see now. So this was your question. Okay. So now let us see how can we solve it. So in this question, you have to find the new decreased value. So I will write it like this: new decreased population, or you can write value. So it will be equals to how much? Now you know that the formula is 100% minus 100% minus x% of the original value. Okay, so this was the formula. So in place of x, you can write 10. So it is 100% minus 10% of 12,000. So 100% minus 10% is 90%. 90% can be written as 9 by 10 of 12,000. So now you already know that 9 by 10, if you multiply it with this, 12 into 9 is 108. So it will be written as 108 00. Okay. So this will be your final answer. It means the population of that town in 2007 will be 10,800. So it is decreased by this much amount. I hope this question is also clear. So my dear agents, my dear friends, we will do up to now only for today. We have done 3 topics in today's class. We have done percentage increase or decrease. We have done successive change, net change, percentage change. We have done how to remember the percentages values in the form of fraction. We have done some questions related to these topics. Okay, we have covered a lot of part. In next class of percentage, I will okay, I will teach you some basic concepts, more basic concepts, and I will give you some short tricks to remember those things. And we will also practice a lot of questions in the next class. So next class will be very important because in that class only we will be touching some important topics that will be helpful for you in competitive exams. And I think that will be the last class of percentage. These 2 classes are enough for percentage chapter. Okay. So before ending the session, there is one important thing that I want to share with all of you, and that thing is all about score. Okay, so score, you might have heard about score, isn't it? So how many of you have heard about score? Okay, I think many of you might have heard about SCORE. SCORE is an exam which is being conducted every year by Sri Chaitanya for the past many years. So now this year also it is being conducted in the on 11th of October 2026. Okay, so in that exam you will be given questions related to IQ, mental ability, maths, science. Okay, you will be given questions, and if you clear that exam, that there are many opportunities that will be open for you, there are many gateways that will be open for you. You can just you can just get scholarships, you can get cash rewards, you can get your rank all over India, in center, in your region, in your city. So before sitting in any competitive exam like IIT or any bigger exam later on, you can now only able to figure out your rank. You can now only able to see where you stand in all over India. Okay, so this exam is very helpful for you because it will be help you in knowing your capabilities, your strengths, your weaknesses. Okay, where you stand. So what's the level of exam? So now, if you really want to give score, I just recommend all of you just sit in this exam, just get the experience, just get the feeling of this exam. Okay, this is an unforgettable feeling and you will get something out of it, I'm sure of that. Okay, so you can just register on our website srichaitanyascore.com. You can just go on that website srichaitanyascore.com and register yourself. You can verify your details and you can just pay the amount and you can just attempt your test. Okay, so and one more thing, that this exam is being conducted in on 11th of October from Sri Chaitanya Academy, and the website is www.srichaitanyascore.com. This is website that you can just register there. And one more thing, that it is a very grave concern if you don't just like our video, if you don't comment, if you don't share, if you don't subscribe. So just like, share, subscribe, and share, okay, our video, so that it can reach to a lot of children, and you can just share it with your friends. They can okay, they can also be able to learn about these things. And just you can just give this challenge to your friends. Just send this video to your okay friend, okay, whom you think is having a good IQ, and just give those questions to him, and just see whether they can able to solve these questions or not. Okay, so this will be helpful for a lot of students. So these are our social media links. You can go there and just uh, and see our notifications, and you can see our posts there. So thank you for today. I hope all of you enjoyed the class and you have learned a lot of things in percentages. So we will do, and we will meet in our next class, my dear agents, and we will do a lot of things. So I hope all of you enjoyed the class. So goodbye everyone, take care, wish you have a nice day.